especially who I see just bringing dogs of that size and bigger to work constantly. And it's like, no one
I
even
know.
blinks. Oh, there's Nate.
Yeah. Hi, Nate.
They're saying
You're
hi.
on-
Sorry,
you're on
we're
video.
doing video, so
You're on video. You're on video, Nate.
not enjoying it.
No, he's not. Anyway, I did have one thing to report that I didn't say on the main show, which is it's bad for me, but it's been good. Not really a report. A thing that happened. The main thing that happened to me last week is I was at Costco and I bought a Serrano jamon,
That seems good.
which is about 15 pounds of ham on a bone that comes with a. So I'm going to hold up to the camera so everyone can see, but this is basically what I've been doing I did it 4 nights last week.
Just having charcuterie for one.
No, I had some folks over. Oh, I guess I don't want to say that out loud, huh? So,
I think that's okay.
yeah.
I think it's okay. I think people understand that a lot of people are.
I'm just having
vaccinated.
people over. Anyway.
There we go.
Yeah. Can I
I like
focus?
that 2 weeks ago you plugged a charcuterie company, and now you are the charcuterie company.
Yeah, now
It
you
really
are the charcuterie
just
company.
running like a off. Here's another one. Here's an earlier stage
Damn.
of the ham.
This was
Yeah.
the thing that was in the She-Hulk writers' room that everyone was making use on cut all the time, right?
Sure is.
Wowie, wowie, baby.
Sure is.
So is that your excellence for the week? Is that going to have to be your excellence? Is your 15 pounds of ham?
Well, it's a lot less now. I guess so.
All right.
I don't know what else I did this week.
I listened to a podcast talking about like greenhouse gases and stuff, and about specifically vegans and like their impact on the environment. And they said it is actually more impactful if everyone ate 5% less meat than if like more people became vegans.
Yep.
But and
Because
yeah,
the production of all of that, like all of the mock meats and all the fakes, that takes up more energy. So it's better if people if everyone just reduces their meat intake a little bit.
exactly.
What
And
about
I think that's definitely the case for Andrew.
I know. I'm sorry this
Instead-
is such a diss to Andrew.
What if instead I simply had a Flintstones amount of ham on my table?
5%
I-
less
I-
is like 2-3
Yeah, I
pounds.
don't. You know what? I did actually. I just remembered. I did have a different excellence, which is previous guest of this show from a long time ago. Trayvon Free
Hell yeah.
made a short film called Two Distant Strangers. I saw it at like an
yes.
online film festival weeks and weeks
on
and
my
weeks
list.
ago. And it is really good. It's like really, really good. It's one of those like short films that I will just say starts off potentially in a place where you're like, I've seen this before, and you haven't. Like stay
that's a
watch
good-
all the way through it. Yeah,
that's a good
it does
note.
have. It starts with some of the bones of like, okay, I see where this is going, and you don't. Or I think
The
you
blurb
don't.
says, in Two Distant Strangers, cartoonist Carter James's repeated attempts to get home to his dog are thwarted by a recurring deadly encounter that forces him to relive the same awful day over and over again.
Yeah. So yeah, it feels like this could be not that unique, but it really is actually. It ends in a way that is like, oh, this is
Very
not
cool.
what I expected. Yeah.
One of my favorite Trayvon experiences, because he's also a former Earwolf host, and when before recording picked up his Emmy that he won for The Daily Show, but didn't want to leave it in his parked car. So when he walked into the office with his Emmy and was like, sorry, I don't like, he's like, I didn't want to just leave this in the passenger seat. And he's like, but
Yeah.
now I feel like a tool walking around with
Walking
an award.
in with it.
But everyone was just so excited. It was really fun.
If you've got one, bring it.
Yeah.
yeah, we were
Use
like,
it.
you got to bring this everywhere now.
Yeah. That's a story from Mixed-ish last season. Matthew Cherry was directing an episode, and his week of shooting started the day after the Oscars. So he walked into work with an Oscar
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna assume not to blow up a man's spot, but I just assume he could not possibly have slept
No.
between winning
No,
the
he
Oscar and
didn't
coming
go
to work.
home at 10, get a good night's
Call it
rest,
a night.
shower, and then bring that to work.
Yeah. And also, good on him for I think it would be very hard to come to my TV directing job the day after I won an Oscar.
Hey, man, it's all pension points. It is all pension points.
You know what? You got to do it, but still, it's like, and I wasn't on set that day, but it sounded like it was very fun. A lot of people, just even writers whose episode that was not, just moseyed their way to set to go look at the Oscar, and that's
Hell yeah.
it's called respect right there. Anyway, but yeah, and Two Distant Strangers is also nominated for an Oscar. And it's good.
It looks great.
It's really good. Yeah. And I think, I don't know if I said when I brought it up, but it's on Netflix now, is why I was reminded.
Oh,
of it.
great.
So you
It
can
looks
just watch
like
it.
my type of thing. If anyone's getting that second jab and they want to just lay in a pile
Yeah.
at home while they're feeling a little under the weather, it's a good thing to watch.
Yeah. But it's short film.
So
We
watch
love
it
short
10
films.
times.
Yeah. So I do have an actual thing
Good job.
besides the ham, but it's not just the ham. The problem is
You
that
don't
I
have to
also,
defend the ham.
because I had the ham, so I was like, oh, I got to buy a bunch of Manchego cheese, and then I bought a Spanish cheese, and
You
I
have
bought a
to.
bunch of like expensive ass like canned Spanish seafood
Okay.
and all these olives. Anyway, I think I had too much salt last week.
It all sounds very briny, what you're describing, but it sounds
Yeah.
delicious. I love like a can of sardines. Like a
Yeah.
good, you know.
Also, probably had like a bottle of red wine for myself every day.
Sure.
So it's just too much, guys.
Sure. Yeah.
Andrew's struggling right now.
That does sound.
Anyway.
You basically had the diet of like Ernest Hemingway.
Yeah. It was
He
was
wasn't
some real
feeling all that great.
like Andrew's tapas bar
yeah.
is basically what happened.
I don't
So
know.
maybe
That
that's
also
good.
sounds really fun.
It sounds delicious.
It just can't be that good for you.
No, your doctor told you it wasn't. I feel like ever since you told us that what your doctor said, you've upped the meat intake instead
It was
of
a
decreasing
challenge.
it.
Well, he did say red meat, and technically,
Okay.
this is white meat.
No,
Technically.
not really. What in terms of what it does to your body, it's the same.
Technically.
Oh goodness, we're just gonna find you under a pile of ham shavings one day.
It's just so much of it. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing.
Cool. Oh, sorry for yawning on camera. Oh man, they're seeing all the messy behind.
Oh
the
yeah,
scenes.
we're on camera. I guess I could bring the ham in here.
Please
All right,
do.
hold on, everyone. you guys filibuster.
We're here. Dogs
This is
are
going to
chilling.
be the screenshot. I can already.
It's gonna be
call it
perfect.
out.
I wish I had something to match it. This is a hotel room I'm in. I don't live here. In case anyone's like, "What's that
It
thing
looks
on
so
your wall?"
nice.
I don't know. It's very nice. It's very comfy. Mm-hmm. Just why does it have a blanket?
I've been, one thing is I've been trying to
Good night, little ham.
use less plastic. So I got like these beeswax cloths that
Okay.
you put over it, and it came with this knife.
Whew.
That
It's a
is
sword.
big knife.
That is a
it's
sword, sir.
But then I'm just gonna unbox this on camera.
Is this what you guys
ham
want in the bundle?
unboxing.
Ham unboxing videos? What is that ham?
Yeah, so this is the
What a
fat
cut.
from it. You use that to protect it, and then you use this to
As a little
further
jacket.
protect it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Like
my
a
hands are so
surgery.
greasy. Oh my god.
So it just lives out. It doesn't dry out. It's just like out on your countertop.
Well, that's what the beeswax is for.
okay.
To prevent it from drying. But it is fairly dry. It is, it's like a preserved ham. But yeah, this is,
Right, right.
you're not supposed, I think on the box, it lasts like 30 days. And this is like 9 days in.
Oof. So in terms of dryness, or I should say wetness, is it salami to beef jerky? Where does it live on that spectrum of a dried
Closer
meat?
to, it's very close to like a prosciutto type sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how come those have to be put in the fridge?
I think because they're already cut, or this is
Oh.
preserved differently.
Huh.
I don't know.
All right.
get
like
at
it.
me. But yeah, this is if you were at like a wine bar in Barcelona, this would just be sitting behind the counter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Pinchos.
God. Okay, I'm gonna move this, and I am gonna wash my hands because just
Yeah, we
everything
have
about
time.
This is too much.
We're not going to cut a second of this. We're just going to run in real time, see how long it takes Andrew to put back that.
I think there
Jet,
might be
man.
some, correct me if I'm wrong, Tawny, listeners who are just paying for Yo, Can We Live, but the video's on the suboptimal feed. So highly recommend upgrading
yes.
to watch the video, correct? Right?
To see that glorious greasy ham on full display. I like that it must not smell very, it must not be very odorous because the dogs didn't really like care that he brought in a
Yeah.
huge, like a cartoon size piece of meat. From what I know from cartoons, dogs go crazy.
Yeah, it's not
I forget he has his headphones on so he can hear us.
I heard every second of that. You guys can't get away from me. No. Yeah, it is. Well, but also they've been living in the ham smell and I actually have been, I'm usually not very good about this. I think I've given them almost no ham.
I was going to ask if they've received any.
Almost none. I think basically none because it's very salty. It's not good for these old ladies.
Yeah.
But they have been getting a lot of other treats because they certainly ask for ham, but they haven't gotten much.
Aw.
Andrew's Meat Shop.
Welcome to
know.
Andrew's Meat Shop. Do we have anything for Chicago Corner? What's the best ham you ever had in Chicago, Kevin?
I don't know. I feel like I had a lot of Christmas ham on
Sure.
my dad's side of the family. Polish sausage and ham every Christmas. And then my
Remember
mom's
those
side was 100% Italian, so theirs was all pastas. Christmas Eve
Sure.
pastas and lasagnas and stuff. And then the dad's side was all sausages and meats.
Yep. Remember those restaurants that would say on the outside, it would say like omelets, breakfast, French toast, ham on the bone. Like,
What is
I don't
ham
know
on the
why.
bone?
I don't know. I never found out, but I think it was like a ham steak with like a piece of bone in it.
Oh, sure.
Nate, remember when the restaurants in Chicago would say ham on the bone? What did that mean? You remember the ham on the bone at like a diner or like a Golden Apple?
There's a
Why is that good? Because like for fat?
can be a butt or shank portion.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's just more tender.
Okay.
The part by the bone is more tender. Also,
For
there-
flavor, it's like a pork chop but a ham, I guess.
Oh, we could hear them.
Oh, okay. Hey, Nate's second debut on a podcast.
There's a Guar song called "Ham on the Bone."
Oh
Of
my.
course.
Oh my gosh, this Google search is very weird because it is like mostly hams and then live bootlegs of Guar concerts.
The way it should be.
Oh my god, it's
All right, that's a good Chicago corner. Do we have any tea on the mountain? Do I have any tea on the mountain? I haven't been at the mountain, but
Guess
Yeah.
there'll be like a new mountain. Tea on the
Yeah,
new
that's
mountain.
true.
tea by
Tea
the
on the-
bay.
Oh yeah. Tea by the Bay. Okay, I'll give you that when I get there. I'm not there yet. I'm still in Washington.
I
Please
mean-
wish me luck crossing the border
Yeah,
tomorrow
good
like
luck.
it is the Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Andrew's got the handmaid's tale.
And we bring it all
Thank
around.
you, Kevin.